So the big news about Caitlin Clark is she is being mistreated every single time you look around, right? Every single time she comes on the court, she play ball, she's being mistreated. Now, the thing is this: if you have somebody that is a good player, right, and they do their job good and they making you money, you would think they will have a little bit more respect, maybe favoritism or something like that will happen. Now, I'm not asking for Caitlin Clark to have favoritism. I am not. I don't think she should have favoritism, but I think she should be held in her rightful place. She's a great player. She makes good sports. She draw fans. She got, I think, the second in like the jerseys of like how her jerseys be selling. She like second under Stephen Curry, then LeBron. So when you see that, you see a player that's naturally gifted to have the game, that knows the game. I'm not really a basketball player. I don't really care about sports as much. So I'm not coming in a viewpoint of a biased person because I'm for other team or for this team. I don't watch sports, okay? But when I see wrong, I have to call it out. I don't care who it is or who's doing it. I don't care about what color is it. We need to discuss, was Caitlin Clark treated fairly or wrong? Now, let's discuss this. I believe that Caitlin Clark was treated unfair for certain reasons. Now, this was not the first time it happened. Actually, after this main incident that got famous and viral, it happened again and she got injured and she wasn't able to play for the rest of the game. Okay? So, it's good to have good sportsmanship. It's good to have, people that's going to challenge you to make sure you become the best version of yourself. Because if you don't have a challenge, it gets boring, it gets stale. I get that. In life, if you're not challenged, if everything just coming easy for you, you're not going to actually love your job. Now, a lot of people think like, man, I wish life was easy, but you really don't. Because if life was so easy, you wouldn't actually enjoy it because it would seem flat. So if Caitlin Clark did not have no opposition, I don't think she would like it. But this is not opposition. This is jealousy. This is people that trying to get after her because they jealous of her. This is what's happening. We can see this. It's out there in the open and no one's saying nothing about it. Now, when we look at it in a biblical perspective, you can see a player that does their work. Right? Because what the Bible says, if you're gonna do your job, make sure you do it unto the Lord and make sure you do it good. Caitlin Clark does it good. She does her job wonderfully. Now, is she a Christian? Does she believe in God? I don't know. I don't know about that. If she does, awesome. If she doesn't, I'll pray for her. I don't know if she have anything about religious or anything like that. Somebody else might know a little bit more right now than me with this because I didn't hear her, speak openly or publicly about her religion or her viewpoints in certain things. I'm sure she's for the LGBT community. I'm not for sure. Like I said, I'm not technically sure, but usually as players, they usually come out and talk about, oh, I support Pride Month, yada, 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 right? So, here's the thing for me is when we have somebody like Caitlin Clark and how good she been on the field and on the basketball court, we have to look at her and like, okay, she doesn't know, she doing her job, right? But I also challenge you something. If this was a black person, right? I think the lady's name was Thomas something. I don't want to say the first name. I think it was Chris Thomas, but I think I might be wrong. That's why I was going to say it. But if we was, right, if she was a black person, this is going to get interesting. If she was a black person, right, and the Caucasian person had her hand on her neck, we'd be crying out, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. This is another George Floyd. Got you, didn't it? If we saw this and this was a black person on the floor and a Caucasian person was doing this, we would say this was a hate crime, this was a racial crime, and this person should be fired, she should be suspended. But since it was a black person, she only got $1,000 fine and she got suspended 1 game. Okay? Should we be mad? I think to set a precedent and a standard and a warning to any other players that's trying to play dirty, I think the fine should have been way hefty. I think the punishment should have been way greater. Maybe a 3 suspension game. Like she's gonna play for 3 games. She should pay you know, let's say $10,000, right? Because in the sports, well, the referees not calling the fouls, I think they should be actually called and saying, why you not doing your job right? If she's not doing her job right, and you're supposed to be a referee, what's going on? What's going on? Right? But just think about it. I got a couple videos. This was one of the players on the field on that day. This is the lady that's getting viral for her meme doing this. You know, that the thing where she doing her hand and looking at the person like this. She got literally all over the internet. This meme has been going viral. So she spoke out, the lady, and this is what she had to say about Caitlin Clark, and what was her opinions on the matter. Let's take a look.
Well, so during real time last night, I did not see that happen.
She didn't see it happen.
I don't. None of our team saw it happen because I promise you, if we would have seen that happen, we would have had her back. Unfortunately, this type of shit happens every single game to her, and the league and the refs do absolutely nothing about it.
It's been a minute since you got fined on this podcast.
I have, but then you see the videos of
what did I say?
Literally
every single time they see something, they do nothing about the situation.
If she did that to any of our teammates, we'd be pissed. But they're definitely targeting her, and the league and the refs do nothing to protect her.
I don't want to get in beef with Kathy either, but it is like she's jealous of her, or thinks that because she's a bigger face than her, or
I think the black lady name was Kathy.
She won't give her the platform. It's fucking so weird. It's so bizarre.
It is a joke. It is a joke. And this is why Kathy in the WNBA is getting lit up on social media, because you are leaving out a generational, the best player to ever go through WNBA on this roster. Honestly, if they were smart, they would market this shit out of some of us. They don't.
Well, you're on.
They
here,
don't.
At least
I should never. That should be Caitlin. That should be Kelsey Mitchell. That should be Aaliyah Boston. Why are we putting random players on there? I'm one of them.
You see that? I mean, like I said, she sell tickets for them. WNBA been getting way more big because of her. Because she's been on their roster and she's been their player, they've been getting more sales, they've been getting more revenue, more attention to the WNBA. But like I said, because the WNBA was looked at as a WWE circus for a long time. No one cared about the WNBA. We care about men's basketball. That's what it was all about. Men's basketball, not about women's basketball. Anything that women, and it's gonna sound sexist, but I don't care. Anything that women actually do is a male dominant sports, we don't pay attention to. Look at football. Women, yes, women play football, but no one look at the football, right? Most of the most dominant men's sports that women try to get in, there's not much coverage. There's not much sales. There's not much tickets. But here come a star. And Stephen A, and I respect the guy, and he knows his stuff, so I'm going to actually repeat it because I actually agree with it. He said that Caitlin Clark is the LeBron or the Jordan of the WNBA. Yeah, think about that. This is something that people need to understand. A game that is a dominant male sports, somehow women are wising up. I'm sorry, Angel Reese. You're not better than Caitlin Clark. You never be better than Caitlin Clark. All you got going for you is you can go on Victoria's Secret walk with Victoria's Secrets and wear a bikini and strut down the street and down the aisle and people start waving for you and chanting for you. But as for a basketball player, you stink. You stink. You don't play good. You miss almost every single shot she shoot. Sometimes I even question myself is, how did she even get in the league? Did she charm her way in? Did she say I'm a pretty face? Bro, we don't care about pretty face when it comes down to the game. As a coach, I'm not going to be looking at, oh, Angel Reese, she's kind of good looking, right? I'm not going to be looking at that. I'm going to be looking at, okay, I got so-and-so on my team, so-and-so on my team, so-and-so on my team. I need somebody else that's good. And if Angel Reese not good, why would I literally have you on my roster? This is truth. Why would I literally have you on my roster if you do not know how to play the game? Now everybody's saying that, everybody's keep doing this pity party for Caitlin Clark and saying like everybody got this pity party and talk about Caitlin this, Caitlin that, Caitlin this, Caitlin that. But I'm looking at it as like, okay, yes, we see that everybody keeps, crying for Caitlin and trying to justify and, make a narrative. Then I step back and ask you, okay, if it keep happening, is the narrative actually true? If I'm keep getting a target out of every single person that's in there and no one say anything. Now, if something happened to Angel Reese, they would have said something. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They would have said something. But since it's a straight white lady, they say zilch. They say nothing. Literally the audacity of this industry, of the company, of the league, is a joke. It's a circus. I respect WWE more than the WNBA. At least the WWE have good stories. It's still entertaining. It's still fun to look at. It's still exciting. Even though it's scripted. The fights are good. I respect that because they actually take their craft and put in the work. We know it's scripted. We're cool with that. We came to a peace with that. I know a lot of us probably when we was younger, we didn't think WWE was scripted. We were saying like this is some real stuff. Like this stuff is serious. And then we got older, we but we figured out that WWE was fake. I figured out when Cena, I think second time they fought. It could have been the first time, but it was Cena and The Rock fighting. And I finally figured out it was fake. But I still respect them. Because at least they know how to do their craft. But the WWE, the WNBA doesn't know how to play their game. They have a good opportunity right in front of them. And they're like, oh, we're looking for another star. She's not good enough. She's a straight white woman. We don't like straight white women. Unless they talk about queerness or supporting the LGBT community. Different things like that. And, like I said, she might have. I don't know. But still, there's still some kind of jealousy where you have the referee in the league not having your back every single game. And every single time you play the game, when there's an actual foul, somebody doing something wrong, no one say anything about it. They like, oh, I saw it. It's okay. Oh, I saw it. It's fine. The WNBA need to look at this opportunity before they mess up. Caitlin's a good player. She's probably better than most of all your people that you got on your roster right now. Take advantage of that. I mean, with the revenue, with sales tickets, advertisement, every single thing. Take advantage of it before you mess up. Because if you mess up and you are missing a talent that comes every so often, like I said, Angel Reese does not have it. She's a terrible basketball player. She's terrible. Like I said, only thing she's good at is showing her body. Okay? She's fit, so she can be a model. That's all she's good for. Talk about, I feel like I should get paid $7,000 a week, not $1,000 a day. If you hear somebody saying that and you start to count it, okay, there's 7 weeks and 7 days in a week, 1,000, 2,000. Wait a minute. That is $7,000 a week. What are you talking about? She thinks she should get paid more for doing less. She said, I think I should get paid more as men. Well, the women league does not bring them much revenue as the male dominant basketball team. I'm sorry. It doesn't. And there's literally nothing you guys can do. Because your boss is not going to pay you more than he's getting paid. You're not that special. You're not that creative. You're not that unique, especially not her. All fairness, they need to start treating Caitlyn with more respect. They need to start treating Caitlyn with more honor. I'm not talking about baby, or I'm not talking about doing anything like that. She needs a competition or anything like that. But when it's a foul, call the foul. Be fair. Be right.